Hey guys, and welcome to your fertility yoga class today. Thanks for joining. The class I've designed today is aimed at both men and women who are going through fertility treatment or trying for a baby. If the woman's ovulating, now's a great time for you both to take part in the class. It's a really nice hip-led class, so it's about promoting heat and movement within the pelvis, getting the blood flow, increasing circulation and just promoting that energy, while at the same time helping the hormones and reducing our stress. So hopefully you enjoy it. Let me know, there will be more to come. Let's start. So we're going to start today's class in a child's pose, just to allow ourselves to get really into our bodies, take ourselves away from the daily stresses in our mind that just cause anxiety and worry, and we can just settle in, find our breath. My classes are very much aimed at beginner's level, so if you're brand new to yoga and this is something you're trying to promote your fertility, then welcome to yoga. Thank you for joining. I'm going to try and talk you through step by step as best I can, but please remember that everybody looks different in yoga and it's very much about your body and how you feel. So just be where you need to be in the class. If you're more intermediate or advanced with your yoga practice, then please do adapt it as you need to, but this is also a very nice stripped back class, perfect for you and to help promote your fertility. So what we're going to do, starting in our child's pose, feet come together. You can either have the knees together or you can walk them slightly further apart, depends how you're feeling. Take a nice lengthening breath up in through the heart, through the spine. Just walk them hands forward, keep the bum to the heels. The elbows maybe melt down to the floor as you relax the forehead down. Take a nice breath in here, in through the nose, and really feel the back expand. Notice the rib cage is expanding, the intercostal muscles are starting to be woken up as we start to unknot them through our breath. And as you exhale, release out through the mouth, that last bit of tension you're holding on to. And just starting to turn your thoughts internally towards your body, noticing in the poses where you're feeling it and how you're feeling in it. Trying to forget about what's happened in your day, what's about to happen in your day, and just staying really nice and present. If your forehead's to the floor, just give yourself a little forehead massage, left to right, coming into your head space. Take an inhale, we're going to lift the head up. We're going to walk the hands over to the left side. Keep the hips and the feet exactly where they are and the knees. Just walk the hands as far over to the left as you're comfortable with. Take a breath in as you exhale, release the head down, release the elbows down. Taking nice deep breaths into the right side of the body, starting to feel a nice stretch. If you get any pressure on the knees or it's uncomfortable on the knees, please do just put a blanket underneath, rolled up, or a towel, whatever you need to help your practice. Take a nice breath in, lift up the head, walk the arms through center. As we exhale, take them over to the right side. Take a breath in, find some length as you exhale, melting the heart down, release the head down. Really breathing into the upper back, relaxing the hips. Take a nice inhale in, lift the head up. Bring the arms back through center and we're going to come up into a tabletop position. So in our tabletop position, we want the knees to be hips distance apart, neatly stacked under the hips. Spread the fingers nice and wide with the wrists under the shoulders. So we're in a nice strong tabletop position here. Take a nice breath in and we're going to run through a cat-cow pose here just to warm the spine up. So on our inhale, drop the belly down, lift the hips up, lift the heart up, take the gaze forward. And as you exhale, lever the tailbone, tuck the tailbone down, lift the back up towards the ceiling, draw the chin to the chest. On your inhale, lifting through the hip, the belly draws down, the heart draws forward, the shoulder blades come back. And as you exhale, tuck the tailbone. Imagine the back of the spine trying to reach to the ceiling as the chin comes to the chest and you really push it up through the shoulders. Inhale one more time into our cow pose. Take the inner creases of the elbows forward if you're not hypermobile. And exhale, lead with the hips, tuck the hips, draw the chin to the chest, really pushing up. And inhale back into a nice neutral tabletop position here. We're going to make sure we've got good balance here. We're going to slide that left foot back and lift it up. You want to make sure all 5 toes are pointing down so that the hips are nice and flush. Not like this, they're nice and flush to the floor. Press evenly through the hands. Let's warm up the hips. We're going to take a breath in here. As we exhale, bring the knee towards the elbow. Inhale, we're going to lift it up so that the knee and the foot come out and then back round and straight toes point down. Take a breath in here. As we exhale, draw it in towards the elbow. Inhale, lifting it up, hydrant squat. Draw it back, toe points down. One more time. In, lift, nice circle, back, point the toes down. And bring the left knee back to the floor. Let's go to the other side. Just finding your distribution nice and even through the hands. Spread the fingers wide. Try not to drop into them shoulders. Lift the shoulders. Slide that right leg back and up. All 5 toes point down. Remember not to have the hips too high. Nice and neutral. Draw the heel back. Take a breath in as we exhale. Knee comes in towards the right elbow, inside the right elbow. Exhale, lifting that knee and foot, rounding it back, straighten out, toe points down. Working it again with your breath. We're doing 3. In, lift, nice circle movements for the hips. One more time, drawing it in, lifting it up, sliding it back, toes point down, knee comes back to the floor. From here, we're going to slide that left leg out to the side. Press into the little toe, the outer edge of the foot. Keep pushing up through the shoulders. Make sure that back foot's fully engaged with the floor. As we inhale, we're going to reach the left arm up to the sky. Keep pressing into the outer edge of the left foot, reaching up through that right shoulder for a nice stretch. Breathe, remember to use your breath. So on your next inhale, it might be worth just watching first, it's up to you. As we inhale, this top left arm's going to go back towards the back of the room and the right arm's going to come forward. So as you inhale, lifting up, facing the torso, the upper body towards that left leg. Really reach through the fingers. Make sure they're not just hovering anywhere. Nice and neutral, stretching up through the hips, through the spine. Take a breath in here. As you exhale, hinge the upper body through to center. Keep drawing the tummy in. Take a breath in. That right hand is going to come to the right side of the floor. Reach the left arm up to the sky. As you exhale, draw the left fingertips over towards the right, so they're above the ear. One nice long line from the left fingertips to the left toes. And you can take the gaze down. You can take the gaze up to the fingers. Breathing into this nice side stretch. As you inhale, use the core, lift back up, arms out, long to the side. And as you exhale, that left arm comes down the left leg, the right arm reaches up this time. Take the gaze up to the middle fingers. Breathing into the right side of the body. Inhale, bring the arms back through to center. As we exhale, we're going to place them back under the shoulders. Slide this left foot all the way between the hands. So we're going to come into a low lunge here. So what you want to do is make sure when you lunge forward that the knee doesn't go over the ankles. We've got a nice line. If you need to move the foot forward, then go for it. From here, just take a nice lengthening breath. Maybe being on the fingertips rather than the hands. If it feels a bit like you're a bit close to the thigh, just lift up out the hip a bit. Draw the heart forward. From here, we're going to inhale, lift the left arm up to the sky for a nice twist. Keep squeezing the thighs towards each other. Quite often you hinge into that left hip too much. You want a nice neutral hip, so just draw the left hip back, squeeze the thighs together. And as we did before, on your next inhale, this top arm's going to go to the back of the room and the right arm forward for a nice twist. Keep squeezing them thighs towards each other. Checking in with your body, noticing how it's feeling. Maybe taking the gaze over the left shoulder. Take a nice breath in here, and as you exhale, bring that left arm forward towards the front to meet the right arm. Inhale, lift the arms up. And as you exhale, drop the shoulders away from the ear, hinging into that left knee if you can. Breathing here. Squeezing those thighs towards each other. Really enjoying the blood flow starting to increase, starting to build your heart rate, the energy flowing through the body. Breathing here. We're going to exhale, take the hands next to that foot, framing the foot. And then we're just going to slide it back into our tabletop position. We're going to do everything we've just done on the other side now. I'm just going to turn this way so that you can see from a different angle what I'm doing here. So checking in with our nice alignment, wrists under the shoulders here. I'm going to slide that right leg out to the side. Press into the little toes, the outer edge of that right foot. Check that left hand, fingers spread wide under the shoulder as we inhale, reaching that right arm up to the sky. Don't fall into that left shoulder, really lifting up through the shoulders. You reach up through the fingertips. Breathe in here, keep pressing into the outer edge of the right foot. And as we did before, this time the right arm's going to come behind us as we inhale. The left arm comes forward, the upper body's facing the right side. Taking a breath in here. If you wish to take the gaze over the right shoulder for a bit of a deeper stretch, you can. As we inhale the upper body, the gaze comes forward. Take a nice lengthening breath in here. As you exhale, the left fingertips come to the floor. The right arm reaches up, pulls up over to the left. So we're reaching all the way through the fingertips down into that little toe of the right foot for a nice side stretch. Breathing into it, really enjoying the expansion of the rib cage as well as the stretching in the hips. Inhale, use the core to come back up. As we exhale, that right arm slides down the right leg, left arm reaches up, gaze comes up, dropping that right shoulder away from the ears. Breathe in here. Nice. Inhale, bring the arms back through center. As we exhale, the hands come to the floor under the shoulders and we slide that foot back into our tabletop position. I'm just going to come back to the front of my mat where you guys should already be. We're in our tabletop position here. Tuck the toes under. Walk the hands just slightly a little bit further forward. We're going to lift the hips up to the sky, draw them back through pushing through the arms. Allow the heels to melt down towards the floor. Take a bend in the knees if we've got tight hamstrings here. Really pushing up through the shoulders. Draw the belly in. Breathing in your downward facing dog. We're working on a nice flat straight back here. Lifting the hips up. We're going to look to the hands. We're just going to walk the feet forward. Inhale to a halfway lift. So in our halfway lift, we're going to bring the hands onto the thighs, keep the elbows close to the body. Take the tailbone, draw it all the way back, and the crown of the head draws all the way forward. So we're trying to get a nice straight back here, not hunched over. The shoulders are back and down the back. Breathe in here, and as you exhale, soften the knees, forward fold. Let the head be heavy, let the arms be heavy. Keep a nice bend in the knee as you need to. We really want to start to work on taking the weight evenly between the heels and the toes. So checking that the hips align with the ankle to get the best stretch all the way up the back of the leg. And then from here, maybe take the hands to the elbows, ragdoll arms, and just sway left to right as you breathe into this lovely forward fold. Warming up the hips. Warming up the entire back of the body. Release the hands to the floor. Just inhale, take the gaze slightly further forward, lifting up out the hips a bit. As you exhale, we're going to step the left foot as far back as we can, then the right foot back. So we're in a high plank position, drawing the heels back, the bum's not sticking up, it's not dropping down too much. We're super strong in the core here. Spread the fingers nice and wide. As we lower down, we're going to keep the elbows close to it. I don't want to see the elbows fall out. Elbows stay close as you lower all the way down, untuck the toes. We're going to take an inhale and lift up into a baby cobra. Keep them elbows close to the ribs. The gaze comes forwards. Breathe in here. And as you exhale, lower back down. And again, as you inhale, peel the chest up. Lift the heart towards the sky. The shoulders draw back and down. Keeping all the 10 toes engaged with the floor. And lower down. One more time. We're going to inhale, really lift up. See if we can straighten the elbows this time. Draw the belly into the spine just to protect it. If it's too much, then stay in our baby cobra. Breathe in here. Exhale, lower down. Tuck the toes under. Depending on how you're feeling, you can either push up onto the knees, or you can push up into a plank. If you're on the knees, stay here. Put a plank here, lifting the hips up into our downward facing dog. Keep breathing here. Inhale, lift that right leg up to the sky as high as it will go. Peel the left heel down. Pushing through the hand. Going to bend the right knee, draw the right heel towards the bum as the knee lifts to the sky. Pressing evenly between both hands. As we exhale, we're going to bring that right foot and step it between the hands. So we're coming into a nice high lunge here. Lift through the heart draws forward. Keep the left fingertips on the floor, and as we did in our low lunge, we're going to inhale, lift that right arm up to the sky. Really reaching up through the fingertips. You want to draw that left shin back and up. So we haven't got a bend in that back knee if we can get it. Lifting up nice and tall. And again, as we've done previously, as we inhale, the left fingers are going to come forward, the right arm's going to come behind us as we lift up into a high lunge twist. Breathing into this. Inhale, that right arm comes to meet the left arm as we come forward. Reach them right arm up, both arms lift up to the sky. Keep drawing that left heel back. If it gets too strong on the hips, that's absolutely fine. Come back down into your low lunge. Otherwise, stay here for 3 more breaths. Really feeling where the stretch is working for you, dropping them shoulders away from the ears. And then we're going to exhale down onto that back knee. Untuck the toes if it's comfortable. Release the hands next to the feet. We're just going to slide that right foot all the way across to the left side. Drop the right knee down towards the right hand. And what we're going to aim for is to get the hip and the knee flushed. So you want to get the hip and the knee in alignment. This might bring the right foot slightly closer to the left hip. Keep the toes active. You want to be pulling that left hip forward so we're not sitting into that right sit bone. We're sitting up on the hips, nice and tall. Breathe, find some length, draw the belly into the spine. And as you exhale, melting the heart down, coming onto the forearms. Lead the heart forward, keep the gaze forward. Breathing into our pigeon pose. And then from here, we're just going to take the hands under the shoulders, lifting up through the heart. Let's tuck the toes of the left foot under here. And we're going to slide the right leg back into our downward facing dog. Keep breathing, lifting up through the shoulders, bending the knees as you need to. You're going to inhale, the left leg's going to lift up this time. Keep drawing the right heel down to the floor. Checking you're pressing evenly through all 10 fingers, both hands. Bend that left knee, draw the left heel to the bum as you lift the knee to the sky, open that hip. Breathe and really enjoying the side stretch. On your next exhale, we're going to start to bring that left foot between the hands. We're in our high lunge. Remember, you've always got the option to drop down onto that knee. Keep lifting up through the heart here. Draw that right heel back. You're going to inhale, reach the left arm up to the sky. Breathe in, take the gaze up if you're comfortable to, otherwise you can always keep the gaze down to the floor. Be wherever you need to be in your practice. On your next inhale, that left arm's coming behind us, right arm's coming forward. Don't be afraid to come off balance with it and realign yourself. It's a strong pose for our hips. Keep breathing. Try and keep that back knee straight as we can. Let's sweep that left arm forward to meet the right as we inhale, both arms reach up to the sky. Keep breathing nice and strong here. Keep pulling that right hip forward so we're not sitting into the left hip too much. Nice even hips. On your next exhale, release the hands, framing that left foot. Let's drop the back knee and untuck the toes. We're going to just slide that left foot all the way across to the right hand. Drop the left knee next to the left wrist or left hand. Find your alignment of your hip this way. Keep the toes active. If you need to slide that right leg back a bit, go for it. Inhale, find some length. Draw the belly and the shoulders are back and down the body. And as you exhale, we're going to walk the hands forward, coming onto the forearms. Lead the heart forward. Just making sure when I say that the gaze is towards the fingers rather than looking down towards the belly where we hunch the upper back. We want a nice neutral spine here. Just breathing into this pose. Nice, sit the hands under the shoulders. Tuck the toes of the right foot under. Slide that left leg back into our downward facing dog. Nice. From here we're going to look to the hand, and if we can, we're going to set the left foot towards the left hand, near the outer edge if we can get it there, and then the right foot's going to come to the outer edge of the right hand. We're going to drop the bum down, so I'll show you that from a different angle. So we're in our downward dog. We're going to step that right foot outside of the right hand, the left foot outside, so we're coming into what we call a yoga squat. We're going to drop the bum down. So we'll try and get the heels to the floor. If they don't come to the floor, a lot of times people say stay on the toes, but I'd recommend staying on the heels. Keep the heels down and just come up higher because we want to work on your hip flexors today. So just be where you can be in it. If we're down here, you want to work the bum down towards the floor. Lift up through the crown of the head rather than hunching. Hands to heart prayer, take them inside the knees. And just squeeze the palms together as you push the knees open, lift up through the heart. Keep breathing into your yogi squat. Nice, release the hands to the floor. We're going to send the bum back and up just so that the knees don't go over the ankles. So we're just going to push it back, lift it up, turn the toes forward. Walk the feet together and exhale, forward fold. Let the head be heavy. Remember, you want to bring the thighs towards the belly. We're not trying to work on this perfect straight leg, but you'll never improve your flexibility. So bend the knees as much as you need to. Relax the head. Take a deep bend in the knees as we inhale. Reach the arms up. And exhale, we're going to fold forward again. Bend the knees as much as needed. Inhale to our halfway lift that we did earlier. Nice flat back. Exhale, folding forwards. Take the hands to the floor. We're going to step that left leg back as if we're in a high lunge. Drop the back heel down so the toes are now facing the long edge of your mat. Or if you haven't got a mat, if you look down, the right heel is aligned with the left arch of the foot. We're going to inhale, lift that left arm up as we bring the right arm up to follow. Adjust your stance as you need to. If you want a wider stance, go for it. We're in a nice warrior two. Reach the arms, be super strong in your warrior. Don't have them up by the ears, drop them down. Spread, point through the fingers, bending into that right knee. When you look down to your toe, you just want to see the big toe really. You don't want to have the knee too far out, but you see all the toes, or too far in, but you see all the toes. So nice and strong. Breathe in tall, breathe in confident as you press into the outer edge of that left foot. Take a nice breath in as you exhale. Then take the left arm down the left leg. Reach the right arm up to the sky. Keep bending into that right front knee. Reverse warrior. Breathe in strong. Inhale back into your warrior two. And then we're going to take that right elbow, put it on the right thigh, lift the left arm up and draw it over towards the right side of the room. Pressing into the little toes. Nice full stretch here. Inhale back into our warrior two. Straighten that front knee. We're going to turn the toes of the right foot to face the long edge of the mat or forward. And then we're going to drop the heels in. So if you look down at the toes, they're about 10 and 2. Adjust your stance as you need to. It's absolutely fine. Take a breath in here. We're going to reach the arms up to the sky. And as we exhale, we're going to bend the knee, come into a goddess squat and take cactus arms. So the arms are nice and strong, shoulder blades drawn together. And we're coming into our goddess squat. We don't want to pop the booty out, we want to tuck the bum down, lifting up through the back. Breathing nice and strong in your pose. Enjoy the pose. Breathe into the pose. Take a breath in as you exhale. So if you've got any more to go into your squat, it can be strong. We're only here for a few more breaths. Nice. Reach the arms up, straighten the knee. Bring the palms together, take the gaze up. We're going to step to the front of our mat now. Tuck the tailbone, draw the belly in, exhale, folding forward. Inhale to our halfway lift. Exhale, fold forward. This time, we're going to set that right foot back. Drop the heel down. So looking at the feet, we've got the left heels aligned with the arch of the right foot. Bring that right arm forward and up as we windmill the arms open into our warrior two. I'm just going to turn around so that I'm facing you. So we've still got that left knee bent, pressing into the outer edge of that right toes. Reach the arms nice and strong, shoulders away from the ears as you look over the left fingertips. Take a breath in as you exhale. See if you've got any more bend in that left knee, just making sure the knee's not going over the ankle. On your next exhale, reverse warrior, right arm down the right leg, left arm reaches up to the sky. Breathe in here. Keep bending into that left knee. Inhale back into your warrior two. And as you exhale, that left elbow comes to the left thigh, right arm reaches up, over to the left for a nice side stretch. Inhale back into your warrior two pose. Straightening that front knee. Turn the toes to face the front edge of the mat. Drop them heels in. Feet are at 10 and 2 again. We're going to do our goddess squat one more time because they're so good for us. Inhale, reach the arms up as we exhale, bending into the knees. Remember to tuck the tailbone. Draw the pelvis forward. Cactus arms, palms face forward. Shoulder blades squeeze towards the back. Breathe in here. See if you've got any more movement in your lunge. And then inhale, straighten everything up. Palms come together, take the gaze up to the thumbs. Step into the front of your mat. Finding some length here. Exhale, folding forward. Inhale to your halfway lift. Exhale, take the hands to the floor, step the left foot and then the right foot back into our high plank. We're going to lower all the way down, untuck the toes. From here, we're going to inhale, lift up into our cobra pose. Draw the belly in to protect the spine. I'm going to exhale, lower all the way down, keep them elbows in. Take the arms down to our sides, palms face up. As we inhale, we're going to peel the upper body off. Bring the chest up, bring the shoulders back, lift the palms up, draw the fingers towards the back of the room. And breathe here. Bring the feet together, and if you can, inhale, lift the feet up. Locust pose. Really breathe with it as you inhale, so you've got any more lift. And as you exhale, lower back down. You can either do this pose again, or you can bend the knees, take the hands to the top of the feet. And on your next inhale, you're going to lift the upper body, lift the feet up so we're coming onto the hip. Press the feet into the hands as we come into bow pose. Just be whichever pose you need to be in. And exhale, lower the knees, lower the shoulders, then release the feet down. Take the hands under the shoulders as you lift back up onto the knees and press back into a child's pose here. And just take a nice resting breath. Nice, lift the head up, tuck the toes under. We're just going to hinge back onto the knees, so the bum sits on top of the heels. Just a nice fascia stretch for the bottom of the feet here. Take a nice breath in. We're going to come into a camel pose. So come up onto the knees properly. And depending on your flexibility, I would say start with the toes tucked under, but as you practice this video more, or you're more advanced, you can untuck the toes. Just means we have less far to go into our camel pose. So from here, what we need to remember is the pose doesn't come from the back, it's coming from the quads, it's coming from the thighs here, okay, so we're hinging. So take a nice breath in, and as you exhale, you're going to hinge back, take the hands to the ankles, squeeze the shoulder blades back, take the gaze up and push the hips forward. Breathing into this lovely, nice chest opener, hip opener. Just enjoy the pose. And we're going to inhale, reach back up, come back up, tuck the toes unders and lay back down into a nice resting child's pose. Just to counterbalance the pose we've done. Nice, let's walk our hands back up to bring us to seated. We're going to come to sit on our bums. And then we're going to bring ourselves to lie on our backs. Keep the feet on the floor here. You're going to walk the feet, making sure they're hips distance, just walk the feet about hands distance away from the bum if we can get it there. Palms down to the floor, pressing firmly in. We're going to come into a bridge pose. When we're in this pose, once you're up, don't rotate your head because we've compressed the spine and we don't want to cause any damage. So keep the gaze up. All we're going to do is, as we inhale, is tuck the tailbone down, the pelvis draws up and in. This is a really nice pelvic floor exercise in itself. And then on your next breath in, you're going to lift the pelvis up off the floor, visualizing vertebrae by vertebrae as you lift up onto the shoulders, the hips reach up towards the ceiling. You want to squeeze the thighs towards each other. So you visualize a line from your shoulders to your hips to your knees. Squeezing, lifting them hips. Keep breathing here. As you exhale, let's lower down slowly, one vertebra at a time. And once the hips meet the floor, you can hug the right knee into the chest, then the left knee into the chest. And just rock side to side here. A nice little back massage for the body. Brilliant. We're going to reach the feet up to the sky. Just give the toes a little wiggle here. Breathing into this. If we can, from here, we're going to lift up onto the shoulders. So we're going to lift the feet up, take the hands to the small of the back, and really reach them feet up to the sky. Keep breathing in here, and as you exhale, you can take that right foot, bring it towards the head, just wherever it will go. It might reach the floor, it might not. Inhale, reach it back up, and exhale the left leg down. And inhale up, just swapping them over. One at a time. One more on each side. And then bring both feet up to the sky. Exhale, bend the knees, lowering the hands down. As you come back onto your back, hug the knees in, just rocking side to side. One more time here. As you bring the feet to the floor, you're going to take a nice breath in here. Just find that softness in the back. Just tuck the pelvis down and up one more time, tailbone down. Just so you'll notice it, you'll have a natural arch in the back, and as you tuck the tailbone down, it compresses to the floor. And then just release. We're going to just do a serpine twist here. So take the arms into cactus arms, if that's comfortable for you. You can take them out long, whatever's working. Take a nice inhale in here. And as you exhale, just let the knees melt down towards the right side of the floor. The soles of the feet will face the left. Maybe if you want to stretch the gaze, the pose a little bit deeper, you can take the gaze over to the left. And just closing the eyes and breathing into this, softening through the right hip, the right knee. Softening the left side of the body back down towards the left. Keep breathing into this. We've worked a lot on the hips, so let's just give them a bit of love as we cool them down. Take the gaze up to the sky. Let's inhale, lift the knees up. And as you exhale, just let them fall down to the left side. The soles of the feet face the right. Maybe the gaze comes to the right. And just unwinding, let the body relax and settle. Softening the shoulders down into the mat as you relax further. Let the knees be soft, the hips soften. Nice, and then on your next inhale, bringing the knees up to the sky. The soles of the feet come together as you let the knees fall out. Quite often I find I have to lift my hips up here, plant them back down, and then move up the mat a little bit, just to find that nice neutral spine. And keep the hands here, or you can take them onto the hips, the pelvis, or the thighs. Nice, and let's use our hands to bring the knees up. Hug the knees into the chest just one more time. Finding if you need a nice massage, go for it. You might even want to lift the head up towards the knees. Nice big ball of energy. Take a breath in wherever you are, and as you exhale, we're just going to start to lower the head down, lower the feet down, all the way down the mat. Let the feet fall out or fall in, just let them naturally fall, slightly wider than hips distant. Let the arms relax to your side, palms face up. Taking a nice breath in through the nose. As you exhale out through the mouth, just feel the tension leave your body. As you find softness and stillness in the feet, relaxing the hips. You just feel that sensation of relaxation travel up the back of the body. Just the shoulders melt down into the mat further. The arms are soft, the wrists relaxed, and the fingers really relaxing now. And as you breathe in that relaxation, you feel it travelling up the back of the head. As you exhale, you soften the forehead, the jaw, and find that peace and relaxation. And you You can choose to pause the video here and stay here for as long as you like. I always suggest 3 minutes is a nice length of time, but as long as your body needs. Otherwise, we're just going to wiggle them fingers and toes. On your next inhale, take little circles with the ankles and the wrists, waking up the body. And just listen to what your body needs here at the end of every Shavasana. It's just nice to move the body in a way it might need. Maybe you didn't get all the knots out, maybe you want to hug the knees in again, maybe you need a stretch, or maybe you're just really happy taking them final breaths in Shavasana. In our own time, we're just going to come to roll over onto our side. Just catching our breath here, starting to wake the body up. As we inhale, we'll sit up together. Bring the feet together, or nice cross-legged, hands to heart prayer, and just bow your head to your heart. And just take a moment to feel the sensations running throughout your body. Feel that positive energy rushing through you. And take a moment to think of one thing today that you're really grateful for, just in the day. It can be as wonderful as having the gratitude for waking up this morning and being given a fresh day. It can be anything you need it to be, and just let that sensation travel through your body. Namaste. Thanks for joining, guys. Please do let me know how you found it. If you'd like any extra tips or advice, then please feel free to drop me an email. I'm always good at getting back to people with that, so it's good to hear from you. Enjoy.